Hear that? It's the sound of a naturally aspirated 4-liter 6-cylinder boxer engine that can rev up to 9,000 RPM and makes a whopping 502 horsepower. And it's under the hood of the all-new 2022 Porsche 911 GT3. So stick around until the end of this video to find out how Porsche managed to make yet another non-hybrid, non-electric supercar in a world where everybody else seems to think electrons are the way of the future. Oh, and did I mention that it has a manual gearbox and it lapped the Nürburgring in under 7 minutes? So this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the first car made by Porsche's GT division based on the 992 platform, and it's simply amazing. Let me just get the facts and figures out of the way quickly so everybody's on the same page. We're talking about a 4-liter naturally aspirated 6-cylinder boxer engine that revs to 9,000 RPM and makes 502 horsepower and 346 pounds-feet of torque. It has 6 independent throttle bodies for extremely sharp throttle response, and according to the press material, it's basically identical to the engine found in the track-only GT3 Cup race car. It features a dry sump lubrication system with an external oil tank and is mated to a standard 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox or an optional 6-speed manual. It's rear-wheel drive only, and it can get from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds with the PDK transmission. And more importantly for some of you stat nerds out there, it already lapped the Nürburgring Nordschleife in 6 minutes and 59 seconds, which is more than 17 seconds quicker than the previous 911 GT3. Under the skin there are suspension components from the 911 RSR and 911 GT3 Cup, with the biggest change being the new, wider front axle that's fitted with a multi-link suspension setup, a first for the 911, which Porsche says will allow for better steering and higher cornering speeds. And well, that Nürburgring time tells the whole story, doesn't it? At the back there's a wider rear axle than on the standard 911 Carrera, with multi-link suspension and rear-wheel steering. Ultra-high performance tires are standard, while a street-legal R compound track tire is optional. And now about that rear wing. It appears to be mounted upside down, which actually makes it more aerodynamically efficient and provides more downforce. Specifically, in street setting, it generates 50% more downforce than the traditional wing found on the previous 911 GT3, while the more aggressive setting, combined with the fixed rear spoiler and manually adjustable front lip spoiler, can increase downforce by about 150% compared to the old car. And that's a massive improvement. If that huge wing isn't your cup of tea, Porsche is already working on a touring version of the new GT3, which will feature a more subtle rear end. Inside, the all-new 911 GT3 features a lack of rear seats, thinner window glass, a slightly smaller steering wheel compared to the 911 Carrera, and the GT3 specific track screen function for the instrument cluster. 4-way sports seats come as standard on the GT3, but Porsche will sell you 18-way sports seats or carbon fiber bucket seats that shave 26 pounds from the new 911 GT3's curb weight. It's basically the best car in the world for people who think battery-powered vehicles can wait a little longer before they invade our lives. Pricing hasn't been announced yet, but you can expect a starting price of around $170,000 when it goes on sale in the fall of 2021. And with ever-increasing limits on CO2 emissions and gasoline-burning engines, this will probably be the last of the traditional 911 GT3s. So if you can afford it, go ahead and treat yourself. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching.